Yo, what's up, you guys? I want to talk to you guys today about how to prepare for a MMO game launch. Now, I wanted to cover this topic because it is of great interest to myself and many others out there around the gaming community. Being a part of a game release is one of the top memorable moments for a large number of gamers around the world. This is especially true with the MMO genre. Right now, whether it's taking advantage of unclaimed land plots in the first few minutes of the uptime of the game, or getting your band of savage beasts behind you to go oppress the weak and start making military strategic moves, the first few minutes, hours, and weeks are often the most memorable moments that you will have in that game. Right, as the game grows older, it's gonna stick with you. Now, I believe that to properly prepare, we first need to understand what our limits are. Everybody's going to have different limits, but I want to offer you this one thought to start. Now, I like to think that imagination has no limits, right? My imagination has no limits, but is that actually true? All right, now throughout human history, we have often labeled things we couldn't comprehend as magical or a godly power. The most fictional literature up until the 16th century was entranced with mysticism and religious paranoia. Now, following the discoveries and work of Copernicus and Galileo in the 16th century, their findings finally give humanity the means to understand the modern sciences. And this also brings to humanity a cosmic perspective, and what follows these discoveries in the next couple hundred years leads to the age of innovation, with creations such as steam engines, batteries, and the piano. Now, as humanity gains a greater understanding of science and nature, we give birth to yet another innovation, science fiction. The most notable and recognized as being the first science fiction novel was Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, published in 1818. Now, this was soon to be followed by Jules Verne's Extraordinary Voyages and Wells' Evolutionary Visions. These wild fictional novels called to the hearts of many that wanted to experience something that was previously unthought of. People around the world were enveloped with hope and wonder for the future, but this also brought a fear of the unknown and fear of future wars. Now, these creative novels led to another type of reading material, what is known to start out as short graphic novels, lead to the emergence of comic books and superheroes in the early 1900s. Now, in this period of the early 20th century, our knowledge and expertise of nature and the science truly explode. We have Einstein and his formulas of relativity. We've got L. Senior Hubble and his telescope that allow us to accurately judge distances within our galaxy. Now, this is the first time we question the metaphysics of our universe. We ask questions like, what is God? Can we control our destiny? How can we know what is real? We are entertaining ideas of robots and adventures of space and time. Now, this ultimately leads to the explosion of science fiction cinema. The 1950s through the 80s, basically overnight, we have this new subculture that emerges, and it's kind of like a Star Trek way of life. We've got Star Wars, Blade Runner, Dune, Back to the Future. We are bombarded with new and innovative sights and ideas, which lead us to question human evolution and time travel. Now, as we reach our current day in technology, we can contemplate the far reaches of space. We are intrigued by alternate realities and alternate universes. Our biological and ecological engineering knowledge leads us to imagine the possibilities of biotech implants and cybertech engineering. Now, at this point, if we follow the curve of scientific knowledge, we can easily follow its shadowing curve of science fiction that falls behind. This seems obvious now, but our imagination being fed by our understanding of the natural world around us is something to think about. The truth is, our imagination is hindered by our knowledge. So as we see here that maybe there is one thing that is linked to another, I guess the point I'm really trying to make you guys is that knowledge is key. Don't try to shoot for more than you can take, right? Um, Knowledge. Find out everything you can and be realistic about what you want. I guess that is the next point. When you're preparing, you want to be honest with yourself. If you're leading a company like I have and am right now, I guess, like I'm partially leading going into New World, we tried to be as honest with ourselves as we could. We are aware that a lot of us work. A lot of us probably will play, maybe 3 or 4 nights a week, and definitely on weekends. We got a lot of weekend warriors. So our transition from past games into this game is going to be a lot more relaxed. A lot of our min maxing and competitive techniques that we were pushing people to get into because we were trying to be a competitive meta guild, right? We're going to take a different stance. We know that our knowledge is lacking. We are understanding that our time, our in game play time, is not going to be probably what's needed to be a highly competitive group, let alone like our numbers are definitely small. So we tried to be as honest with ourselves as we could going forward into the game release, trying to evaluate all of the attributes that we have, and then we tried to be honest with ourselves and think about what we want. So, if you guys are still here and you guys make sure you guys like and subscribe. I really just wanted to start this conversation with you guys, get you guys thinking. If you have any comments or anything you would like to add to this subject, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. This is really my first video like this, just kind of making a video. I was in the middle of my guild meeting last night, and I was kind of getting to this mysticism of fantasy futurism talk with my mates, and ending the meeting, and my internet cut out. So here I am 7 hours later, trying to finish a video just to try to get this point across. Maybe a lot of you guys haven't thought about some of this stuff here moving forward, but hopefully, we've connected and you've maybe learned something. That was the main thing. And let's, like I said, have a conversation about this if you guys want. And I think that's going to be it, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I don't have any dialogue. That's it. I'm going to see y'all out there. Have a good night and or day, and I'll see you out there.